TravelMole is honored to be here in Los Angeles today. We're in the office of the LA Sparks professional women's basketball team. And joining us today is Minister Otunba Segun Runsewe, who's the director of the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation. Nigeria, one of the largest and most prosperous countries in the continent of Africa, is now seeking visitation from the United States in American tourism. And the minister is on a press trip and journey across America that's brought him to Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Miami, and Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome, Minister.
Thank you very much.
Tell us, it's been so long since West Africa has really been prominently marketed in America, and Nigeria is the leading country in West Africa. There's a huge amount of historical significance, of cultural significance with the American community. Tell us what some good reasons are to come to Nigeria.
Well, thank you very much, Maul. I must say this here that we are most delighted to be on your program, to be able to the opportunity of celebrating, showcasing, and inviting Americans to come to Nigeria. One of the key reasons is in Nigeria we have unique tourism marketing potentials, which for a very long time we've not been able to come to the American market to explain our strength as a people. Now we're here. The beauty of Nigeria is we speak English, we can communicate easily, very friendly people, very accommodating, hospitable. We have 7 major destinations. We have the Budukade Ranch, we have Tinapa, we have Osun-Osogbo, we have the Yankari Games Reserve, which has some element of ecotourism. We also have Olumo Rock, we have the Doba, which is the biggest in the history of Africa. It's about 150 years old. And of course, Arugungu Fishing Festival is about 170 years old. All these are wonderful and unique destinations that I'm sure the American public will like to see, because the roots of the Black Americans that live in America today actually started back in Nigeria. So our history is your history over here, connecting to be one. So it's quite unique. It would be a good experience for an American person or citizen to visit Nigeria. A lot of things to see.
Now, most Americans may not realize they think of going on safari to South Africa or to Uganda or Kenya, but Nigeria in its own right has wonderful wildlife and wonderful wildlife preserves. Tell us some of the 2 or 3 major game reserves in Nigeria that allow an animal experience in addition to a cultural experience that Nigeria offers.
Honestly, I must tell you that Nigeria is very strong in cultural tourism, extremely strong. There's actually no African country can compete with us. But on the Safari Games Reserve, we have the Yankari, which is one of the biggest in Africa. We also have one in Plateau at the Rayfield. The third one is in Bauchi State. These 3 are quite good. It will be an added value for a tourist to be able to see this one. But don't forget that we have the heritage, the history of the Black people actually resides in Nigeria, somewhere in Calabar. We also have the heritage. We are the first colonial masters passed through in Lagos. So these are unique marketing destinations that I believe the American public will really be delighted to see when they visit Nigeria.
Minister, I'm certain most Americans, and probably the rest of the world except for Nigeria itself, would not know that in America, one of the biggest populations of nurses in hospitals are actually Nigerians working here. The 3rd biggest crop of foreign-born doctors is from Nigeria, practicing here in the United States. And you've got many world-class athletes, including 2 members of Los Angeles Sparks team. And finally, you have Nollywood, which is actually the 3rd after Hollywood here in California, Bollywood in India, and you've got what's called Nollywood, or Nigeria has a huge film industry. Tell us a little bit about these areas of common interest.
Well, thank you very much. Basically, we have to understand that we have large members of the medical community in America, namely the Americans themselves, the Indians, then the Nigerians are of high numbers in the medical profession, the nurses, the doctors, etc. And the Nigerians here are very caring, very accommodating, very friendly, very supportive. So these are some of the areas we believe can help to also showcase some of our strength to the American public. In terms of the sports, we have recently for instance, in the European League, we have over 27 Nigerians playing in the first and the second divisions, which are a huge number.
Right.
In American basketball now, we have close to 28. Yes.
Really?
And even in Sparks here, you can see two lovely ladies, one from Anambra State, the other from Imo. These are very, very, unique contribution of Nigerian positively. Most people just talk about some other aspects, but these are positive contributions from Nigerians to the industry. And if you also come, like you mentioned, the issue of the entertainment, we are number 3 in the world. The American one, the Indian, which is Bollywood, then come to Nollywood, which is the 3rd biggest entertainment film industry in the world. We have an average of 15 to 20 films before the end of every month. Right now, most of the African countries come to take films from Nigeria. So these are great contributions of Nigerians, which probably some people don't even know that we are contributing from this perception in developing the unique opportunity being given to Nigerians across the world. So I believe very strongly that with some of these other areas we're now developing. For instance, we're now packaging a tour. We're in collaboration with ARIC, 3 major hotels, Protea, the Hilton, the Sheraton, Radisson Blu, to package a kind of tour to Nigerian to see some of these unique destinations. So at the end of the day, if an American pays his ad-end dollars, he or she will enjoy the ad-end dollars because the value will be really worth the while.
What are 2 or 3 must-do things that every American should, or every tourist to Nigeria should see the first time they go?
Well, we have over 36 states, plus Abuja 37, 704 local government, councils. And I can tell you, if I tell you 1 or 2, I won't be fair to others. But since you insist on 2, must see, Obudu Cattle Ranch is fantastic. The Mambila, far away in Taraba, is unique. The Olumo Rock, where also the colonial masters passed through, is good. So there are a few of them we call the 7 wonders of Nigeria. I'm sure it will be a nice place to see if you visit Nigeria.
So much of tourism today, in addition to the rich cultural heritage, the wonderful clothing that is Nigeria and the cities you have, Lagos is now connected from New York City by Arik Air 3 times weekly, nonstop. And that's a wonderful airline from everything I've heard, with brand new equipment and very, very fine in-flight service. Also, you've got great food, I hear, in Nigeria. Is there 2 or 3 national dishes that everyone should know about?
Yes, but before I say that, let me say that we're very proud for the services ARIC is rendering, because ARIC serve truly Nigerian food on board. In fact, it's about the only airline right now that serve a truly Nigerian food on board. You feel at home, it's fantastic. We have 3 major food you love to see. We have the Eba, which is Gary, goes around all the ethnic group. We also have what we call tuwo, which can be done by rice. We also have what we call Ogbenike rice, which is by the eastern part. So it's one food celebrated by different cultural, ethnic community across Nigeria.
Okay. And we're here today in the offices of the LA Sparks, professional women's basketball team. What's Nigeria's connection to the Sparks?
Well, I must commend the Sparks for what they're doing, building professional female basketball players. It's quite unique. We're happy about it. we've seen two of the Nigerian ladies who are making impact here. So our plans is to invite them to join us for international callings, like the Olympics. I wish I'd known them before now. I would have get them to play or be part of the Nigerian team because they are one of us. So right now we've made a new link with them, new contact, and I assure you any subsequent programs we have, internationally or otherwise, we'll invite them to join.
All right. Well, thank you for joining TravelMole today, Minister. It's a pleasure to meet you, and we look forward to hearing more from Nigeria in the next 12 months and years to come.
Thank you very much. I must also commend TravelMole for doing a unique opportunity given to us to express our feelings. My calling is I invite all to come to Nigeria. You'll be happy you did, and it's a wonderful, unique place to be. Hospitable people, nice people. I invite you all. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.